Who is Jesus to me? Well, the main thing was, for me, the first and most powerful thing was just Savior. Like I said, I was about to commit suicide. I was fantasizing about walking into the middle of Death Valley and just dying, because that's what my life was like. My inner life was like I was in the middle of a desert. And I said, God, if you're really there, you've got to save me. I'm about to take my life. The Titanic is going down. And he saved me. And then he became really my Lord. He's the one calling the shots in my life. It's thy will be done, not my will be done. And so he's my Savior, and he's my Lord, and he's the one who loves me more than I can possibly imagine. It says God is love, God's essence, God's nature, God's character. He is the embodiment of love. We're all looking for somebody who's looking for us as much as we're looking for them. Yeah, I was asked a couple questions. One was, why did I first start coming to R&R? And the second question was, why have I continued coming to R&R? And I was actually at the very first meeting of R&R in 2002. And the reason I came is because I was an addict and an alcoholic. And what I found over the years is that if you've been through suffering, you develop compassion for other people who are suffering. If you have compassion for those who are struggling with cancer, and in my case, I'd struggled with drugs and alcohol, and God gave me a real heart for other people who were struggling with those same addictions. But I came because I wanted to help. God had helped me. God had pulled me out of a place where I was thinking of committing suicide. I was at the end, and God pulled me out of that. And I knew that he could do exactly the same for other people. That I'm no better than anybody else. As we often say, I'm just a beggar telling other beggars where to find bread. And so I came to R&R because I had a heart for people and because I wanted to help people and to see them find the same kind of help that I found through Jesus Christ. And the reason I've kept coming back is because I've seen that for nearly 24 years. People coming in here tangled up in addictions, and you see real miracles taking place here. You see God pulling people out of impossible situations. You see lives changing. Is seeing God at work. God has always showed up when people cry out to him. And in the recovery ministry, people are genuinely crying out to God. And guess what? God shows up and amazing things happen. I guess I would add is that I wish everybody who came here made it. It's a heartbreaking ministry. Not all the prodigal sons and daughters make it home. I've presided at the memorial service for I don't even know how many people over the years who died in their addictions. Somebody comes in my office, here's a mother, and she had the third grade photo of her son who had died from dirty needles at age 30, and she's holding the photo of her third grade son when he was third grade, and she's weeping and showing me the photo and going, how could he have turned out this way? Look at what a sweet boy he was. You've got to have a heart of stone not to weep with a mother. In this case, it was her only child. And the tears are falling on that photo, Brian. And so you need to learn how, when you're in the recovery ministry, there's real mountaintops, but there's real valleys. And a lot of it is learning how to be in both it's a bit like working in the emergency room at the hospital. You want everybody to make it, but the reality is they don't. And sometimes I have a lot of tears of joy. People look at me sometimes and kind of say I look kind of schizo. I've got tears of joy on one cheek and tears of sorrow on the other. But in the midst of it all, I'm thankful that I'm working in the emergency room at the hospital, right? It's a privilege. It's an honor to be allowed to step into people's lives when they're going through horrible things and then sensing that God's at work. I'm not doing anything. I'm seeking to be obedient to him. But the ultimate change of life that occurs is through God. It's not through me. Yeah, a lot of what I'm doing is I'm trying to determine, do you think you need help? If people come in here, no, I don't need any help, then I'm not going to be able to offer them anything. If they say, yeah, I need help, then I'm there to sort of say, okay, are you willing? Are you teachable? Are you really open to an entirely new way of living? And if you are, I can give that to you through faith in Jesus. But if you're not really open, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you're getting. Insanity's doing the same thing over and over again. So the real encouragement I'm trying to give people is first finding out if they're really ready to change. And if they're ready to change, then all of a sudden, then I can start talking to them at a deeper level. But if they're not ready to change, if they haven't hit bottom, somebody said, when I hit rock bottom, I discovered the rock was Jesus. That's where the real encouragement comes from. They said a pastor is a person who helps people to find God in the midst of whatever they're going through. Because I'm trying to point them to the one that they really need. And he's the one who will ultimately encourage them. So the real encouragement comes from Jesus, and my job is to really point them to the one they really need. Them. We're looking for somebody who's looking for us as much as we're looking for them. And Jesus turned out to be that person. I was looking for him, and he was looking for me, and finally we got linked up. And so, yeah.